Hi, guys, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading regarding a family situation. It looks to me like we've got somebody that you have ghosted or put in the no contact column that is hoping to find some way to start over or start fresh, reconcile, right? So, this could be a continuation from the reading a couple weeks back about a family member that lied to you. So, if you haven't already checked that out, you might want to check it out. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Happy Saturday. If you see this the day I post it. All right, let's dive in with the situations deck. An interesting combination. We have trash in the reverse and cleansing. This feels pretty positive. Like somebody has dealt with, hello, Miss Joanna, has dealt with the issue at hand, cleared some space, addressed some maybe inner conflict. Unconditional love. And today, present, now, in the moment. So we could have somebody in this situation learning a lesson that really helps them to better understand that unconditional love component. Hi there, Miss Patricia. How's it going? Hi, Voodoo. Happy Saturday. What else do we have? Hamster wheel, surviving, daily hustle, and settlement, agreement, or compromise. So we could have some sort of financial situation that needs to be dealt with here. Could be like an inheritance, or maybe something was bought or sold and got a little awkward. Let's go to the gold foil tarot, get a little bit more info for you guys. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Swords. So for many of you, there is a masculine energy involved in this situation. Somebody who, I would look at this as somebody who felt like they could kind of be the boss of the situation. Like they would be the one who would automatically sit at the head of the table. They were ready to battle over something, but it feels to me like they had kind of feels to me like they were gonna try to get something for nothing or get more out of the deal than was due to them. Yeah, Eight of Wands in the reverse. So there was a no contact or a separation. High Priestess. So this is underneath the unconditional love component or card. Hi there, Tom. How's it going? Did I miss anybody else? I don't think so. The High Priestess is giving me the vibes here that we've got somebody who knew that they were doing something the wrong way. This is like somebody who can't help themselves. Like, I know that I shouldn't do it this way, but this is just how I am, right? Justice and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't think this person was treating you fairly. I think this person is realizing now the error of their ways, perhaps because you've gone no contact, perhaps because things have been more difficult, perhaps because somebody else pointed out to them, you're doing this the wrong way. You don't seem to understand the important principles that are at play in this situation. Namely, it feels to me like somebody was just trying to like push their weight around to get their way. and they hadn't taken the time to think about things from the other side of the fence, right? They just wanted to win. For some of you, this person could be a lawyer or CEO, somebody who's used to having that power, right? And with the Ten of Swords, they used that power in a situation pertaining to money in a way they shouldn't have. And it felt like betrayal. This is one of my favorite shirts. Had to bring it back out. It is a little bit chilly today too, but I'm just going to get back up into the 60s shortly. So, all right by me. Ooh, the Empress, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun in the reverse. This is like a shady offer. So this could have been somebody who maybe didn't like how a will or inheritance was set up. So they wanted to, trade this for that. But then they didn't tell you that what they were trading to get had some unforeseen value. Like, oh, you don't realize that the house has a bunch of really expensive jewelry in it, and I want to get the house, but you can have the, I don't know, boat, whatever it is. There was some trade here or some kind of conversation where some detail was left out, and it was done so on purpose, and it seems malicious to me. And it could have something to do with a family home, but it caused discord in a family. There could be something here about whoever is this King of Swords making this offer. They may have assumed nobody knew the full scope of the situation, but I kind of feel like this High Priestess here with the Ten of Cups in the reverse is somebody knew what this King of Swords had done because they knew all of the information or because they're perceptive. It could have been like a lawyer, but there was someone here that knew that it was not fair. And so this information came out. Hi there, Miss Elizabeth. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. So this Page of Swords indicates that this piece of information did in fact come out, even though perhaps this King of Swords was confident that it would not. And now we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like this might be a different energy. Somebody who has fought a lot to get where they are. This is not somebody who has been given everything on a silver platter. This is somebody who life has been unfair to this person. It's such a beautiful card, even though there's a lot of like yellow in it. It's kind of hard to see. But yeah, we've got a situation here where somebody had to contest a situation or a document or a person's claim, and it was not necessarily an easy situation. To clarify the Empress, we have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting, that was the first card out for us in the pre-shuffle. And then the Page of Pentacles. That's exactly what the pre-shuffle was, you guys. And from a different deck. So we've got somebody here who realizes that things went south, but they want things to be okay again. For some of you, this is a third party asking the King of Swords, and perhaps it's the Queen of Wands, perhaps it's the Empress, to have a chat. Four of Swords, because there's been time for somebody to think about the situation and see things differently. Perhaps, and hopefully, this King of Swords, right? Somebody was struggling to accept that they had done something they were not proud of. It's kind of like when you question somebody, you see that light bulb moment where they realize the true consequences of their actions, and then they're like, oh, do I actually want to face this, or do I kind of want to avoid it? I think somebody was avoiding it for a while, not really wanting to admit to themselves what had happened in this situation. And with the Three of Cups in the reverse, it feels to me like we had somebody who had to kind of take a moment and acknowledge the lifestyle component, right? Like, is there somebody who was being greedy? Probably. The Tower being underneath the Ten of Cups in the reverse does suggest there was some sort of change of address or some sort of change of ownership of a place of residence. We have the Hermit in the reverse and the Chariot. I like seeing the Chariot in the upright. This is the fastest moving energy in the 78 card deck. And with the Hermit in the reverse, it feels like somebody was insisting that everything was fine. They didn't need to change anything. And then all of a sudden they realized they needed to take action on something that they had called wrong, right? I can't remember if I said hi, Ivan. Hi, Ivan. Happy Saturday. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you on that. You know, not everyone is really talented with maintaining difficult relationships. And sometimes when you're in a partnership, it can make it a little bit easier, right? Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. It can also make it more difficult. So there was almost like a second chance here for somebody to make this situation right after they had perhaps fumbled it, right? So keep in mind, we had two Page of Pentacles here clarifying the King of Swords. This is the person who wants to have another chance. But they do also have some options here in terms of how do I approach the situation? Am I doing it the right way? Thank you, Patricia. Because I think it's like, look at what is shining in that chalice that he's holding looks a lot like that moon in the sky. So I feel like somebody's had to make a choice. Am I willing to give or relinquish or let somebody else have whatever this secret thing is, this moon? And it looks like they're delivering it. So I think somebody, now we have the Justice card coming out. Somebody realizes they have to set things right because they have done wrong by somebody that they care about. We have the Ten of Swords again. We had that up here. Lots of duplicates, meaning there is, I think, kind of like a wave of emotions and lessons going over this King of Swords individual, just like feels kind of like regret or shame even, like, why did I do that? Why did I let something come in between me and this person? Okay. Temperance in the reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Empress in the reverse. If I could have had one of these in the upright, it would not have been the Seven of Swords, I'll tell you that much. So we have a situation where it's a bad mix. It's a bad combination of people. It's a bad combination of conflicts of interest. For some of you, there's a new spouse or a new partner that has caused some drama because of their own selfishness or greediness or feeling like they should be involved in the family conversation when they probably don't really fully understand the dynamics pertaining to that. And at some point here, we had somebody trying to play some mind games, trying to be a bit of a trickster. And I feel like it's in part because of the Empress in the reverse, which I don't know why, but it feels to me like this is somebody who is an outside party, someone who doesn't really have a say, who has influenced somebody. All right, we're going to continue with the Rider-Waite. And we might need some Oracle. That Page of Pentacles has come out in every single deck, even when we only pulled 2 from the Marigold. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, 3 of Pentacles. So whoever this Empress in the reverse is, she's the one who caused some of this major friction here, or contributed greatly to it. With the Star and the 2 of Wands, somebody or something, maybe this person had a dream, maybe they feel like they can't live with themselves for how they acted. Somebody is seeing things in a different perspective and sees that in order to heal the situation, they do need to make a change or do, the thing they weren't trying to do, right? Hi there. Is it Farida? What a cool name. Welcome. I hope you're having a great day. I think after this, we'll move to the Lenormand. I have a feeling we'll see either the mice or the snake, possibly both. We have the 4 of Cups in the reverse and the 8 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands up here. I like seeing it in the upright because this is somebody who's saying, you know what, I know that this could be a situation I could walk away from and just like leave it as is, but I can't. I have to do something to fix the situation. There's communication coming in to try to resolve whatever went wrong. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse again, because it was unfair. Something that was unfair needs to be resolved. Knight of Swords. This is going to be something that takes place quickly. Remember, we had the Today card come out. And with the 3 of Wands, it could be something that you're kind of expecting. Like maybe you just have this gut feeling. Page of Cups in the reverse and the Fool. Yeah, somebody was struggling here in terms of whether or not to apologize, but after how they kind of felt when they didn't do anything to fix it, they're realizing now they have to do something different here. This could be somebody who very rarely apologizes, coming out of the woodwork to say, hey, I'm sorry. With the 4 of Pentacles, I do feel like this might have something to do with finances. Again, we had the hamster wheel come out. And the Tower in the reverse. We had the Tower in the upright right here. So it feels to me like somebody, whatever they were trying to avoid doing, they're now going to do it, or whatever they were trying to avoid losing, they're going to lose it. So there's something being set right here. And in part, it's with the Justice card coming out twice. It's because they've been getting messages or they're feeling guilty about this situation, right? All right, let's go to the Fairy Lenormand and see what else we get for you guys. We have the Woman. And the Bear. With these 2 cards, the energy that I'm feeling is somebody who was standing firm in their opinion and maybe even a little bit stubborn. But honestly, what I'm getting here is somebody inherited a bit of stubbornness or a bit of like, oh, no, I made up my mind and I'm not changing it. So I do feel like there's a little bit of fighting against yourself kind of energy here. So it might be a family trait that you both possess. Then we have the Lily. I feel like this is saying that the feminine energy, probably the Queen of Wands here, was innocent. And the Scythe. This feels to me like somebody not wanting to admit that what they had done was hurtful to somebody they cared about. And then we have the Pathways. One being lit, the other one being dark. This is choosing between doing the right thing and letting it slide, not really wanting to fix something that you know is wrong. And I think we know somebody is leaning towards, I've got to find a way to make this better. The fox. All right, I probably should have called this one out because this also means trickery, right? So what we have here is somebody who regrets how they handled a situation and they feel like they could have been a little bit more honest here. It's not really fun for them to have to give up on something they were trying to win, but they know that it isn't the right thing. They may have even, for some of you, if this was a miscarriage of justice from an estate perspective, they may have even been visited by the recently deceased to say, you better do that shit right, because, like, I'm watching you. So we've got despair and fortune in the reverse. Yeah, it feels like somebody had to admit that they were just going to be like kind of haunted if they didn't do the right thing. Enemy and thoughts. In this context, I really do feel like the enemy is the thoughts. Hi, Miss Christina. How are you doing? Thank you. This person couldn't stop thinking about it. This, honestly, it feels to me like there were lots of signs being thrown at this person, like, you can't do it this way. You can't do it this way. This is not okay. This is not how it was supposed to go. Oh, and you saw that card too, didn't you? There it is, letter. So this is communication. There could be more so communication on paper versus something spoken to you. Could be an email. But this is going to reinstate some hope or faith here for you in terms of somebody that is willing to do the right thing when I think you were ready to kind of call it as a little bit impossible to deal with the situation, even though I do feel like you are this warrior queen that was willing to, keep fighting the good fight. Young woman in the reverse and foe in the reverse. So there's somebody who's a little more mature than you that has proven themselves in terms of being a really good friend, maybe gave you really good counsel or advised you in terms of how to approach this maturely. We do have death coming out, so I do feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with somebody's last will and testament or how to handle somebody's like physical decline. This could be about who's going to take care of, grandma, who's going to take care of great uncle Matt, like there's something here in terms of trying to make somebody else responsible or lose out when they really didn't deserve to. Prison in the reverse. And servant. So yeah, I feel like there's something here about a younger individual kind of being sloughed into, I hope that's not offensive, but like put into a box or told like, you're going to do this. For some of you, this is about caring for somebody who's in a difficult spot healthcare wise. We have child. You may be the youngest one in the family. Maybe you don't have your own children. Whatever it is, there was an assumption made here that you would be the right resolution or you would just deal with this. But with cheerfulness and pleasure seekers in the reverse, I think there was maybe a little bit too quick a conversation on this. There wasn't enough discussed, and now things are having to change. So whatever was decided upon has had to be kind of broken back open and investigated to see if there might be a better way to handle the situation. Thank you, Voodoo. All right, so this is the zodiac fortune telling. Have I not been talking about inheritance this whole time? We're looking at this right there. Money is left to you by someone passing away. My condolences, whoever you've lost. It's Managing an estate is not an easy situation. So my thoughts go out to you. We have you will be more prosperous in the near future. A call from a loved one, a kiss. Be careful and avoid a loss. This loss, I believe, is what we've been talking about. Somebody trying to get their way out of an inheritance or some sort of estate situation, managing monies for somebody who's maybe not doing so well, power of attorney, that kind of thing, right? Get up, Patricia. You have people near you who are not true. So I don't like to make people paranoid, but I do feel like there's somebody here who is trying to do right, gonna 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 do right, gonna